What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's Pierre, it's Panic Room. You know how it is. We got another dope episode. You know, you saw who was gonna be on the show today, man. It's flying fantastic. A lot of y'all know him. You don't act like you don't. You know why you're tuning in. But before we start off, you know I gotta always read the comments from the people in comment world. So let's go with this first one. This is when I did the Asian versus black beef. Wake up to cake up at 5 a.m. All right. He wrote brilliant. That's all needed to be said, man. I want to thank y'all also who supported my micro special on Comedy Hype at hypeplusTV.com. It was a half hour about, you know, my stand-up. I did talk about racism and so forth. It came out really funny, man. A lot of people loved it, and I really appreciate those who watched it, man. Thank you for supporting it. All right. On the John Hinton Show, TBBEE wrote, I love your show, Pierre. You're doing a great job. Oh, all right, well, TB, I appreciate TB. I need a little more of these right here, okay? Okay, this is the Delay Show. AE says, wow, good PR move, LOL. Drama sells, I definitely thought you were about to throw hands. I was about to be disappointed. Yeah, that's an episode where I tried to do, well, we did. You know, I want to show you that bullshit, you know, pass it along. It's actually funny. I put that one clip out, like we're about to fight. That thing got 75,000 views in 2 days. More than damn near any other thing except the George Wallace thing. People like drama, and I just wanted to show that people like drama. That's fucked up, man. We just tried to do something, and we showed it was right. And unfortunately, that's what people like, drama, man. But this show here is not about drama. It's about showing love, giving flowers, y'all. Shit, okay? So, without further ado, man, I got this gentleman. I've watched him for years. He's helped me go to sleep for years and years. And he's here now. And I'm actually glad he's here. Y'all give it up for the one and only Mr. Marcus. What's up? I got fist bump you, okay? Okay. I got love for you, but I got fist bump you. I see what them hands done did, nigga. I don't see what them hands done did, okay?
They be busy, man.
No, I know that's right, brother. But look, man, you here, man. I appreciate you coming by, brother. I do.
So, bro.
And you're representing the baseball cap like you always do. Hey, I don't know what the fuck that's going on.
Without it.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
You don't do shit without it. I mean, literally don't do shit without it.
You know, I had it off for about an hour last night. It just felt weird.
Did it really?
Yeah, it just feels.
How long you been rocking the hat? I mean, for real.
Like
years-wise.
Yeah. I mean, I like the first hat that I fell in love with was a Nike hat.
A Nike hat?
And that was back in like '94.
You've been rocking hats since '94?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my shit got a little weak up here. I started wearing rock. But I feel you, brother. All right. So let's delve in. I know a little bit about you, but for the fans who don't know, let's get past. We'll start before your fame came. So where you from?
Pomona.
California, also in the desert. Wow.
It's not. It's like the valley. It's like the San Gabriel Valley.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I remember, okay, it's not LA, and I remember people moving to Pomona, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was more like a getaway. It seemed like a lot of gangbangs, they got in trouble, they had to take their asses to Pomona, to the outskirts, and it's about, 35, 40 minutes outside of downtown LA.
Right, east of LA.
Right.
A lot of gang activity. At the time, it was more like, for me, I was coming up when it was black and Mexican.
Right, okay.
And it was just, for whatever reason, Mexicans didn't like blacks.
Right.
You know, blacks were retaliating back to Mexicans, so I was caught up in the middle of that shit.
Was that like 80s or 70s, late 70s, early 80s?
That was, that had to be 80s.
80s? Yeah. Because did you see how the gang banging like picked up from not that much probably in the 60s? Well, you weren't around, but you know what I'm saying? The 80s was when it was on fire.
Yeah, I mean, it was just because, you know, I guess it was the thing to be, you know what I mean? You either Crip or Blood. You know, there was in Pomona, we had like Mexicans had like, I just remember this one street, 13th Street, and that was their street. Wow. I couldn't go down that street. I would come to there was a liquor store right on the corner of that motherfucker.
Right.
So my mom would send me to the store to buy her cigarettes and shit, so I'd ride my bike over there. And I remember one time I rode my bike over there, and I loved that store because it would have like asteroids and Centipede in there and shit.
Game, right. Arcade, okay.
Yeah, right, so I'd go in there and I'd get her shit and I'd play the video games, and one day I went in there and this street was right on 13th Street. I went over there, parked my bike in the front, hopped in there, hopped on the asteroids real quick, come out, my bike's gone.
Of course, I'm about to say, come on now.
Oh, dude, but I've been, I was so naive, man. I just thought I thought I was good.
Right.
I thought I was good, and from that point on, I stopped going to the liquor store.
How old were you? How old were you at the time? 9,
I had
10?
to be. No, I had to be like 14.
Oh, okay.
14.
Yeah. Damn. What was the movies that I saw of L.A. like Colors and all that? Was that like real? Boys in the Hood? Was that like real? That was really a little extra put.
There was a moment where it was like that. I mean, It was really like just
Right.
You either Crip or Crips were everywhere. Bloods were like. I always had more respect for the Bloods because I figured in my mind they had to be harder and smarter because they were a smaller group. Not everybody was running around claiming Bloods.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bloods just stood out. If
Right.
you wore red, you stood out. Cats would come at you. And I remember for the longest time, nobody wanted to wear red. And I would be conscious of wearing red when I went out places, but I also had confidence in holding, like shit, it's just a color.
Right, sure.
You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like wearing. So I'd wear it, and I'd wear it comfortably, but I knew that cats were getting killed over that type of shit.
Wow,
too,
that's crazy. All right, what's your family structure like? Like your mom, dad together, sister, brothers? How did that?
Nah, it's just me and my mom. Father, never knew who he was. I think my mom scared him away.
Oh, really?
My mom's tough. She
Right,
don't fuck
right.
around. So I feel like she just was like, I got this.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Right. Do you think? This sounds crazy, but can a woman raise a boy?
Nah, you need to, because when I had kids, I just wanted to make sure that I was there for them, and I realized how much I was doing for them that I didn't have done for me. Mm-hmm. So I think it takes, if she can allow other people to come in and help balance out shit, you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? It's hard for her to carry the load all by herself.
Right.
My mom, she would be like, I'm out. She was out at like 13. She was like, when I was 13, she was like, all right, I gotta work. You got this.
Latchkey right by yourself.
Yeah, you got to come home. Wow. Self-police. What I mean? I was raising myself, so
right.
That's when another voices need to be there. That's when other people need to be involved.
Did you get into any like gang activity or bad activity as a kid?
Nah, each thing that I tried to do, it just kind of, I tried to be a Crip for like 24 hours.
Really? 24-hour Crip. Damn.
That was after remember that movie Colors?
Of course.
Yeah, everybody remember that shit.
Of course I do.
I thought I was just some, I thought that was the way to be. Right. My mom wouldn't let me sell drugs. They were selling drugs outside my front door. My mom wouldn't let me go outside and do none of that shit.
Cool. Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Shit kept you around.
Yeah.
What did you have aspirations to become when you were young?
That's a great question. Because there wasn't nobody telling me, you should try this.
Sure.
Yeah. There wasn't none of that. Well, what I liked, and this kind of led to where I'm at now, is I like being in front of the camera.
Okay.
I like acting.
Okay.
I got into acting because of a girl. She signed up in high school. She signed up, so I signed up. And she was in that motherfucker for one day, and then she switched out. And I remember that. I walked in, and she was like, where'd she go?
Right.
Dang. And then I had to make a decision. Do I switch out too?
Right.
Do I stalk this bitch?
Right.
But I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick with it. And this was like my freshman year, I think.
What you went to Pomona High?
I went to Gary High School in Pomona.
Okay, Gary. Were you around anybody that became famous? And did you go to acting school? Did anybody grow up? Did you grow up around anybody in Pomona that wound up being on something? Or doing something?
I mean, one of the first cats that came out of our city was Sugar Shane Mosley.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We would run into each other at the barber shop, but
okay.
I didn't. There wasn't many cats.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you wanted to be a regular actor? I mean,
well, I was good at improv. I was good at I like being on stage. I was all about the the emotions. I was doing Shakespeare. And then I got into the crew. I was doing stage direction. I was lighting. I just like being involved. Still to this day, just love theater.
Dope. It's funny. I don't know if you remember this. The first time I met you. Do you think you might remember the first time I met you? I'm gonna tell you. I was being a dickhead, which I always am. I had a girl with me, and we were at a film premiere, and you were sitting in front of us. And I was like, oh my God. That's Mr. Market. And you were sitting there and shit. I'm gonna tell you what premiere was. That's Mr. Market. Yes, it is. I was just being an ass, You were like this. I said, what up, dog? It was a Baby Boy premiere. Remember the movie Baby Boy?
Really? I was there?
You didn't go to Baby Boy premiere?
I don't remember that shit.
With John Singleton?
I love John, but
yeah.
I was there?
Yeah. Really don't remember that?
I don't remember that shit.
Well, it looked like you then, nigga. Man, might not remember that. No, I could swear it was you.
For real?
But if you say you ain't been to the premiere.
I don't remember being
wow.
there. Wow.
I'm about to cut this out. Shit, this motherfucker fucked up. I done said some shit after I knew. No, man, that's crazy. I wish I could relive that. But if you say you ain't go to Baby Boy premiere.
What happened when, turned around? What happened?
You just smile, gave me a look like, nigga, like, you gave me like a little nod.
It probably wasn't me. And the motherfucker was like, why is he calling me?
Wow. Okay then. It's like, well, I thought that was the fucking okay.
Right.
All right, like if it wasn't, but it's crazy though. It's crazy that you wasn't there, and I'm gonna take out my memory scrap in my mind.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Fuck this. I'm gonna tell you what I think I saw you next. Now, damn it, if you ain't in this mother, I don't know who I'm talking to today. Okay, you might be Mr. Johnston, mother. Mr.
Maurice.
All right, yeah. I was doing a movie in 1991 called For the Love of Money. And I was looking for a female that was gonna play it with this pimp, but I wanted her to wear a bathing suit, right. High heels outside, So I figured some actors were like, I ain't wearing no bathing suit outside, I ain't wearing no bathing suit like that. So I figured, let me go to a porn set and see, they wear no clothes. So
they're comfortable.
Right. So I knew Julian St. Jacques.
Yeah.
Okay.
OG, right.
You remember him?
Icon.
That's
my brother.
All right, we're getting there. All right, cool. Yeah. And so it was a house maybe in Beverly Hills. I don't know what it was. I remember going in there, and they had craft services and stuff like that. This is actually the second time I went on a porn set. But you were there. They were doing a New Year's Eve party, and all the guys had a lot of girls that dancing and shit on a New Year's Eve party, and Julian was going around asking women, did they want to be in a movie with me? I was directing a movie. And I didn't really click to me that they were thinking porn. And I was thinking a regular ass movie I was doing, And they were like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, okay. And I remember craft services in the kitchen. It was like normal. People were walking around with robes and shit on.
Right.
And you were in there with a couple of other people in a scene, like maybe 15 people. And I remember Julian, I don't know if you were outside with us. We went outside the house and a white guy, because they were filming in different rooms. Somebody had a jacuzzi in a bedroom or whatever. And a guy came, we were all talking, I think we might have been there. I know Julian was there with some other guys. The guy came walking down the steps and he said, this is bullshit. Somebody's in there fucking my wife. I'm not playing that, this is bullshit. And Julian, we were like, oh shit. And the director grabbed him and went upstairs with him and shit. And then 5 minutes later he coming out, I'm just saying, she look like my wife. She look like my wife. Yeah, first of all, why you gonna leave your wife up there if somebody's fucking her and shit? But he came down there. I don't know if you remember that. You might not remember that. But yeah, I know, brother. We got plenty of movies.
Yeah. Like I wish I could. I wish I could go back and kind of dissect
that. But yeah, I remember that. I was like, damn. And I wound up meeting a woman. Her name might be Mary Jane. Okay.
Yeah, black girl.
Yeah, big old titties, right?
Yeah.
I was playing pool. Because what happens, a lot of people don't realize on the sets when somebody else is doing something, sometimes people are just sitting around doing nothing, just chilling and shit. One of the girls walked in, she was pissed off. She said, "This is bullshit. I've been here for 6 hours. I ain't fucked yet." I was like, like I ain't never heard that before. She was mad that she wasn't fucking yet. She's like, "This is bullshit. I've been here for 6 hours. I ain't fucking yet."
That's what I be saying.
Oh really? Okay. So I was like, hell no. And people were eating and just talking normal. You know what I'm saying? Because upstairs was most of the activity. And I was playing pool, and I said to her, I said, if I win, what do I get? She said, well, if you win, you get whatever you want. I said, all right. And she said, well, what do I get when I win? When she won, I said, whatever you want. Nigga, I ain't never played pool so good in my life. And I won.
Right.
I said, we need to go upstairs. And this guy it was a big house. He had a walk-in closet with no clothes in it.
Right.
A walk-in closet is a room to me, bro.
That's space.
Yeah, it's space. You know what I'm saying?
That's space. That's all you need is a little space. You don't need much.
And I was with my boy, and and 15 minutes later, I come back out, dehydrated a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and get some juice.
Girl, she getting doggy style because you made it in the corner pocket.
Exactly. That's how I went down. And it's funny because then we sitting there. I was like, damn. And I was like, ooh, that was a bomb, because not stumble up on pussy is usually the best to me. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, when you wake up and you ain't got it planned, sign on the schedule and shit,
and something just happens.
Next thing you know, you're like in the middle of doing it. Like,
hell yeah. And so she was like, hey, you know, you want to play another game of pool? Blah, blip, 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 blip. Man, right upstairs. And my homeboy was like, nigga, where you been? I've been looking for you all over. I've been upstairs. No, nigga, I've been all upstairs. Well, you didn't go to the closet, motherfucker. That's the problem. You didn't go to the walk-in closet.
You find that space when nobody, know nobody's going to show up.
Right. I'm saying it's the last other story that I'm going to let you, it's your show. No, because one time I went to do a porn. I went to watch one of my homeboys do a porn, and this is something, people don't believe me. You may say it's true. We was in the valley, and there was a guy sitting up in a loft, a brother. And that scene was down here. Everybody, fuck, it was called Gangbang 8. It was 8 dudes on one white girl, right?
Gangbang 8.
You heard that? Okay, yeah, it was called. But my boy Shake and Bake was in it. Magnum D. He's a big comedian.
Is he? Rest in peace.
Yeah, he died, right? Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah. Magnum was actually key to me getting into business.
Oh, see, we about to back it into that. He's from D.C. Yeah. So he was talking shit and whatever, and I got kind of bored, because it can get bored after a while, you know, to be honest with you. So I went upstairs, and I was like, yeah, what you doing? Like, he was buffed and shit, look buff dude. I said, well, what are you doing here? He's looking over, he said, I'm a stunt dick. I said, stunt dick? I said, what the fuck is a stunt dick? And he claimed that if a guy don't get hard, then he go in and they look closer on him fucking the pussy.
Wow.
You ever heard that before?
No, I do, and that's how I got in.
See, okay, don't tell me I ain't lying. All right, now we're going back to your life and shit, okay. So how did Shake and Bake get you up in this bitch?
That's what you call him, Shake and Bake?
Well, because he played basketball too. He's a real good.
I know, he was like, tall dude, you know what I mean?
Wavy hair, little mustache.
Yeah. He was like debonair, you know what I mean? Like I was like, when I met him, I got a call like, it was like late. It was like 5, 6 in the evening, which was late. And they were like, and had pagers at the time. Right. I got a page. Somebody, and I had just started making movies. I had just kind of been on a few sets. I've been working with Ron Hightower.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? So I was in it, but I wasn't like really. I wasn't, I was just fucking on some low key shit.
Right.
I get a call like, yo, can you get to the valley? We got a scene. It's not really a scene. You can walk in and just,
right.
Somebody else he's here, but he can't do it. Can
you fill in?
Yeah, can you fill in?
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. And so can you stunt? They didn't even say that word. I didn't really think that was the word.
Yeah.
So I drove up to the valley. I remember it was like right off of Coldwater and 101. My first time really getting into the valley. Get up, walk into the house. The lights are still on. The girl is like, I can't remember, Persia.
I remember her.
Persia.
Yeah.
Sister.
Yeah.
And she was like, she's sweet, man. She got the greatest demeanor. And there's Magnum D standing over in the corner. Got a little robe, and I kind of felt, here I am coming in like,
right,
either replace him or step in,
right,
but he was cool about it.
Oh yeah, he was a really cool guy.
Yeah, he wasn't he didn't show me no shade. He didn't be like, because if that was me, I'm like, nigga,
right,
I just don't feel like doing it right now. That's all, But now he was like, I don't know what happened. It ain't my time, ain't my day, whatever. I was like, all right. And I was just, young, and I was like, shh. And I just went to it. And me and her had the greatest chemistry, and it was for this company video team. And I worked every day after that.
Really?
Because of that.
Well, let me ask you.
You know what I mean? Like, in Magnum was like, and he was gracious and key and just, you know what I mean? And it was all. Okay,
let's go to the start of when you started. Like, what gave you the balls to even get in? No pun intended, but get the balls to even get in the porn. Like you had to start. Your mama, were you living at home at the time? Did you sneak out the house? Well, what I mean is, your mom was probably around your life.
Like, boy, you know what you can do with that.
right. Oh shit!
Get out there, boy.
right.
Get that shit to work.
But how did you even start to get into that?
I came across, my mom ended up marrying my stepdad, Charles, and Charles was key to me, man, because he was just an older dude, but he was smoothed out, and I would always so when they got married and he moved in, and then I got a sister, so my whole life was changing, and then I discovered this. I went to his. I always get up in the morning if I had clean socks, I'd go get his. They'd be gone, and I'd be the last one out the house. I'd grab his socks. And one day I pulled the socks out, and I see this magazine. And I dig, and he's got a whole stack of magazines. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm looking, and it's just, everybody's fucking.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? It was all fuck magazines, but it was, what caught my attention, there was a brother. And he had his hair cut like me. At the time, I had a little fade, Jerry curl on top, and he's fucking the shit out of some white girl. And the spread, it was just like a 5-page spread, and they just looked like they were having the best fun.
Okay.
And it just, for me, from that point on, that image was like seared in, it's still seared in my mind.
Right.
And I just wanted to do that. I wanted to be in those magazines, fucking those girls.
So, but you had to go somewhere. You had to make a phone call or something to get.
It just kind of, it worked out. You know, I describe it.
It don't just work out, nigga.
It worked out. No, it just worked out. I'm telling you.
Eating cereal and fucking the next day. Come on, bro. Shit. You know, riding your bike and one day you put it. What the fuck happened here? It worked out. It don't work out like that. You had to consciously find somebody to say to bring you into a situation. So
yeah, no, I believe in that. I believe in it. You think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It may not happen at that moment, but it's going to happen in time. And right. I pictured it, and then there was a trade magazine called LA Express.
Okay.
It might still be around, it may not.
Right.
But it was like a free trade magazine you can get out of the newsstands.
Sure.
And in that, it was basically ads for strippers, models, escort. You know what I mean?
Right.
All in the back, it was like help wanted ads, and then all that was sex ads.
Okay.
And there was an ad in there for like, they were like, it said specifically, black male wanted for X videos. And I just was like, that's me. I'm a black male. And I want to be in X videos.
Do you want to be in X video? Did you want to be in X video because you was doing a good job on the normal fucking girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, this dick need to be in some movies. I'm tearing these hoes up around Pomona and shit. They need to go world in that. You know, do you feel like that? Because I felt like that many times. I was like, man, this dick need to be in a porno. Shit.
Yeah, there's moments when you feel like you're putting it down. I mean, but I didn't have that at that age. I was probably 18, 19.
Okay.
So I didn't have that.
Right.
And girls were fucking with me, but I wasn't. I was just fucking. I didn't really realize. And porn is totally different than off camera.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Porn, you have to have a whole different mindset showing up for set. You got to kind of pace yourself and deal with logistics. You know, camera and the lighting, and the girl's attitude. So, but I was naive because I wasn't thinking about all those things. I wanted to learn how to do all those things. You feel me?
Really?
Yeah.
You were there for the art, nigga? You ain't for the nut?
I mean, you got to realize it's a combination. It's a combination of I wanted to be I liked acting, so porn required a little bit of acting, and a whole lot of fucking.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm in my 20s, early 20s, and everybody's libido and stamina is just through the roof. It just kind of, that's why I say it worked out. It just kind of.
In more ways than one. Right. No. I hear you. All right. So the first time you did it, bro, the cameras is a different, experience. Was it easy for you? Like, man, I catch it, or did it really like mess your mind up? Like, man, I don't know.
Both things happened.
Really?
Because the specific director I was shooting with, his name was Roy Brunton. He was a well-known photographer. We shot all the photos for the movie first.
Okay.
And I was posing, and then we shot the video. But before I did the video, he asked me, if you want to come right now, you can. Me and her had good rapport. I said, oh yeah, I'll nut now and nut again later.
Oh wow, okay.
But I couldn't get it up for the movie part. So we were sitting around waiting for me to get it up, and I just couldn't get it up. It just wouldn't happen. And I was in Palm Springs. And so then they had somebody, Shaun Michael, had to stunt. And he was like, I got it. he was like, I got you. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll see y'all later. And I had to drive from Palm Springs back to Pomona, and I just remember that was like the longest drive. I was just mentally, I was just like, is this what I can't do this. I want to do it, but I can't.
Right.
And it was a crazy thing. I was just like, I was perplexed for about 20 hours.
Right, and then you just figured I'll try one more time and see what it is, and then it started going. Wow. So, tell me is there a particular couple of favorite actresses you work with that and what makes one a favorite? Like, what makes you enjoy working with one more than the other?
I mean, chemistry.
Yep.
Enthusiasm. She likes doing it, and you reciprocate shit.
Sure.
An attitude.
Okay.
Attitude is everything. I mean, that just, the more like the more they take away any stress, you know, any pressure, the better it's gonna be.
Is there some particular ones you've worked with that you like?
Yeah, Heather Hunter was probably.
I remember her, man.
Yeah, I love Heather.
Wow,
Heather,
you went old school in that one. Almost.
I mean, you know,
yeah.
she, you know, cause she's still relevant. You know what I mean? She's still going strong.
Oh,
know,
is she?
A lot of different ways. Not
She's a photographer now, something like that, right?
Photographer, artist.
Right,
She used to give me like little sculptures and shit that she would make.
Really? Nice, nice.
She's very artistic. So.
Okay, Heather Hunt. Yeah, I remember her.
And she know how to, you know.
Yeah. Just her. I mean, a couple of them. Come on now. You afraid?
Heather Hunter, girl by the name of Charmaine Starr. She's a little Filipino girl. She ain't around. She's traveling the world now. She's like a B actress.
Oh, okay.
Midori.
Okay. Yeah.
Love Midori. I just rediscovered her on IG. So.
Okay.
That's been dope. That's been dope to see.
Okay.
Wow. Sophie D. You know, Sophie D is a little white girl from England. She's all about her business. Got like 12 million followers.
Damn.
Focused. She's focused. I love that shit.
Nice.
You know, I just like real cool people.
Roxy
Reynolds.
Roxy Reynolds. Okay. Yeah. I got a couple questions on a couple of them.
I know.
No, not that. I ain't get to her. But what I was gonna say is, how many scenes have you ever done? What's the most scenes you ever done in one day?
In the day, the most I did and I got paid for it, I think I did like 5.
Wow! Did you bust every time?
Yeah.
What?
But the last one though, it was more like poof of air.
Right. Somebody got to throw some mayonnaise over your shoulder. Shit, yeah, take this.
I mean, like for real, I did. I did come for real. I did.
Right. Wow.
I felt like a cat.
Wow. Let me ask, could you be in a relationship with a porn star? Like a real relationship?
I was.
You was?
For a minute, yeah.
What's a minute? A year? 5 years? 10 years?
In porn years, that feels like a long time.
What the hell does that mean?
Porn years, you know.
So no. Okay. So, but what's the time? You said like how long? A year? 2 years?
I think
what porn years?
What's
porn years?
Yeah, with this girl, I think it was almost a year, but it was rough. It was rough. I didn't want to see her fucking nobody.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
She didn't want to see me fucking nobody.
So there's still that emotional thing?
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. It shouldn't be like that, but you
right,
know,
right.
Yeah. Now you got once you got the feelings in. A lot of times, porn people try to show up and try to have their feelings in check.
Right.
Some cats just put them out there and don't give a fuck.
Right.
But then to get the job, I know there's a lot of dudes on here that just kind of like, I think they just got to be assholes because they just don't seem to like, you know, appreciate or connect in any kind of way with her. Right.
Do you have a problem with, or have you ever like somebody bring their boyfriend or their husband or some shit? You know, has that happened like on the set?
And the dude, you know, and I'd be like, I don't know if you want to watch this, bro.
Right.
I don't think
I'm about to dog
I
nigga
don't think
down.
you want to be around for this,
right?
Man. So.
But you have, and then you know, just like, and you're like, you know, your wife, good looking out, dog.
I had this one girl. I had this one girl. She was funny because she wasn't supposed to be making movies, and you know, it was the last scene of the day, and she was, and I guess she had told him that she was only doing makeup or something.
Okay. Oh wow.
So we had just wrapped the scene, and homeboy comes knocking on the door, and she's scrambling. The camera guys all, you know, trying to clean up the spot. And I'm sitting there like, oh. Right. And I actually peeked through the door. So I'd be like, what's up?
Is she in there?
Oh, yeah, she coming.
She coming to sing. Yeah, I just came. Yeah, like I said, you know, I've been on sets, and it's just interesting, man. It's just like, you know, sometimes I see some of the young girls act like they don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, what are you doing here?
There's plenty of you know, there are people who this is business not for them.
Right.
You know, and they usually have to find that out the hard way.
No pun intended.
Right. You know, there's been situations where somebody's uncomfortable or they break down in tears, or they just say they got to stop in the middle of it. And usually, if you're running around, you know, people, you know, who respect that, you know, just shut it down.
Do you feel like you have to be like a, hey, I don't know, where a big brother, pimp or something to some of the young girls, like, it's gonna be all right, girls.
I'd probably do it more now. You know, when I was younger, you know, my dick was, you know, out.
Right.
And I was just
gave 2 fucks, bitch. You hear it, bitch.
I was like, I would try to, I was all about like, you gonna like it. We gonna like it.
Right.
This is gonna be good. You'll be all right.
Right.
But as I got older and I started seeing different things, if you found somebody, usually I catch them before they even get into the business. People come to me now, ask me for all kind of insight, information, guidance, whatever. And I kind of figure social media has changed things. Most girls are, we get a lot of girls who are camming, so they're pretty much already kind of conditioned. They have a work ethic.
Sure.
That's, they're comfortable in front of the camera. They're creative. They like to perform for the camera.
Sure.
And those girls do really well in the industry because then they can just kind of dictate the kind of content they want to create.
Right.
And then there's girls who are just, probably just trying to. It's just a moment. They just feel like this is what they want to do at the moment.
Let me ask you now. I'm friends with a couple of people like Ron hands with Jack Shepard. No, Jack.
Jack. Cameron dude, right?
No.
Jack Slayer. Or?
No, that's Justin Slayer. God damn it, I could be mad. Okay, but a couple of people.
Why is
Jake
that?
Steed?
Oh,
Jake
yeah,
Steed.
I love Jake.
I was friends with Jake Steed and stuff.
People always ask me where Jake.
I know he in Brazil somewhere hiding and shit.
Right.
That's my nigga. But he hooked me. Good looking out, Jake. A couple times. Jack Napier.
Oh yeah.
Jack Napier.
DJ.
So yeah. So I talked to Jake Steed, because he produced some of his own, Freak Flows and Hoes, whatever. And I was like, how you get these girls? Goddamn, get the girls. He said, no, it's a little rougher than you think. It ain't as easy as you think. You just see me with a lot of women, but I got to ask some girls that been in it. They got friends and so forth. So you got to find. So, have you produced some? Like
I did Mr. Mark's Neighborhood.
Okay.
Vivid.
Okay.
And then I was freelance. My office was next to my agent's office.
Okay.
So girls would always come in and see him.
Right.
And then I would just be like, yo, if you're looking for work,
it can be here, right? It can be here. Now, I was told. Now, I don't know how many years ago this was, but some girls would get between like $750 and $1,000 a scene. Is that about right back in the days?
It's always been at least 1,000 up. If you're paying cash and you're in and out, $750, $800.
Really?
You know what I mean? Depends though. I don't know. I don't know. But there's way more agents in the industry now.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. When I started, it was maybe 2 or 3. Now there's probably like 15, 20.
So it's a little more regulated. I had a friend of mine, my best friend, rest in peace. He tried to do a porn one time. It was called Straight Up the Pipe, and he lived with his girlfriend, quasi girlfriend, and he had to use my telephone number. They had to call, and I remember. They called me and said they weren't gonna pay him his check because his AIDS test that he gave them was not like right away. Like 3 months earlier.
Right,
he said, "Hold up, it's 3 months earlier.
Right.
You better go take one now." And he had to go take it, and they gave him $200. I was like, God damn, nigga. And he fucked Vanessa Del Rio. In the movie. Yeah,
right.
$200. I said, $200, nigga. You put it. And look, it's so funny. I watched the movie out of love. It's my homie and shit. But that nigga shit was not ready for the show. His shit was like a wet noodle in that motherfucker. I was like, nigga, you horrible on that motherfucker.
Fucked up. It's fucked up when they don't the cameraman's over your shoulder and you're like, just give me a minute.
Right.
Just give me a minute. He's like, yeah, I'm right. Like, yo, turn the cameras off, bro. Give me, let me leave the room for a minute. Let me get in let me do it.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. It's fucked up. They don't let you get it right.
Something about California and porn. That's where the hub is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I meet a lot of celebrities, man. Okay. And I remember meeting Tupac, and Pac was like big porn fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ron Hightower did a video.
Yeah, Ron.
Porn stars in that joint.
Because Ron had like the first celebrity I ever met was Bushwick Bill.
Okay.
At Ron's crib, I remember because Ron would throw these little parties on the weekends and shit, and everybody be there. It'd be all kind of celebs and shit.
Sure.
So that's what. Yeah,
that's how he met. Yeah. Then Ron transitioned to he was straddling between porn and regular videos and so forth.
I just talked to him yesterday. Bro.
Did you really? Is he still in California?
Yeah.
Good shit, man. That's my man. Yeah.
I'll give you the number.
Yeah. I talked to him. That's my dog, man. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so let's get in. Let's move a little past. So doing porn. Okay, the money was what it was. It's all good. Shit. That's the last I'm worried about your ass and shit. You done did so much other shit. So this was somebody asked you this question. When you did it with Corinne Steph, Superhead. You said you didn't last long. The first time you lasted a hot second. Do you still get paid the same amount, or like hey, nigga, you supposed to we're paying you a stack. We need 25 minutes.
You know, right. And that's what I feel. I feel like we didn't get enough in the first time. Like I knew we didn't get enough, and I knew that wasn't right, and I knew that she was too special to like, you know.
You were producing.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
So I was like, nah, we got to shoot this again. And the thing with her is like she was real cool. Me and her were real cool. Like we used to chop it up and talk on a daily basis. And
before this?
Yeah, we did it before this. Once I got her contact and we started talking about shooting this.
Okay.
We would chop it up about what I needed, what it was required.
Right.
And then even after we shot it, we stayed in contact and we were staying cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I've always wondered this. Now you tell me. I've always wondered this. Do when girls come in that want to work, I want to do a porno. Do you do like got a little rehearsal? You know, got what you're working with. I don't know if you're gonna bomb on set and shit.
Right.
What proof you can do that you can take the dick or suck the dick right?
Nah,
You get roll the dice or you had a little rehearsal.
I mean, it was, I said, it was a little everything. But yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I'd always try to, if you a paid audition, you know what I mean?
Oh, you do a paid audition?
I would capture it, right? I was always into filmmaking, right? So I said, here's the camera. Let's see, let's see what's up. And totally.
Right.
Release and pay for it. But it was always better that way because it wasn't like this pressure of being on a set. You know what I mean? It was natural. Right. A lot of times it was, it was just, sometimes the camera wouldn't catch shit. You'd see us for a second and then it'd be off and we'd be doing the thing and the camera would be on the tripod. And sometimes I had to go grab the camera and I had to keep the professionalism, but it was always just more fun that way because it was just us fucking.
Right. Did you ever tell somebody like, nah, your shit kind of trash? I mean, you ain't say trash, but you're like, I'm like, you ain't really performing right, girl. I mean, this might not be for you. And
right.
Shit, you was all, my leg, sucking dick like. Woo, bitch, woo. You know what I'm saying? And how do you tell somebody like, I don't know who recommended you to come here, bitch, but this is McDonald's around the corner. You can be cashier. You know what I'm saying? Right. Have you ever had to tell somebody like,
Right. I actually had that one.
Keep it moving.
I had this one movie, man. This girl had the worst attitude, man. She was just pissed. She was like,
wow.
And so, but even in the video, you see me trying to stick my dick in her mouth. She's like. She's trying to suck it like, but but it was real. I thought it was real. I thought she was just being like, she's just being young and had an attitude.
Right. This wasn't for her.
It wasn't for her.
Now I'll tell you something. Is there? It is. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna ask you a stupid question. I know. Is there racism in porn? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Recently, I've heard nigger dick a lot.
Really?
I'll take that nigger dick. I'll tell you. And I think Shane, what's that, Diesel nigga? Whatever that nigga name is. Look like Vin Diesel motherfucker, or Shaun, whatever, I don't know his name, the whole thing. Yeah. He kind of started off like, you want this nigger dick? And from then on, I started hearing white girls, I think this nigger dick.
I don't get no passes on that shit.
Right.
I just, because it's stupid. It's like,
I saw one with Ku Klux Klan. They had a Ku Klux Klan, and they were fucking a black girl.
Yeah.
Come on, sister.
Right. I mean, yeah.
You draw the line on racism,
I just don't feel there's no need. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. We get off on the whole fetish of race, fucking. Right. But I don't think there needs to be like, some straight up like bullshit. You know what I mean? Like some straight up like racist attitude.
But there's an avenue for them crackers that like that. There's some white rednecks, but I want to say goddamn fucking white bitch, a black bitch.
Yeah, I think the first time a white girl tried to call me a nigger, I was like, nah. I stopped. Then the dude, they thought I was some uppity shit. I was like, nah.
The director, you mean?
Yeah, he's tried to really give me shit over that. I was like, nah, bro, you ain't got you. Right. Fuck this girl. Right, fuck you. Fuck this. Fuck everything.
Right.
It wasn't even, and it ain't happened since.
Wow. So that's good. But yeah, I think there's, and also I feel like there's racism in pay scale. Is it correct? Like white performers, like they can make a lot more money than black performers.
Nah, I would always hear, our budgets are this, our budgets were that. We can only pay you that. Just bullshit.
When it came to black people.
I always figured what I realized is that you can't go to white people and ask them to produce black shit because they don't have no skin in the game, no roots. They don't have no understanding, right? No sensibility. So it would always just create an opportunity for us to do it ourselves. You know, when FUBU came out for us, by us, it was like it was a model. It was that you should for us, by us. Like we should just create our own. We should just do our own. You can't expect them to do it and expect to treat you right, fair in the process at the same time either.
Wow, that's interesting, because I'm quite sure there's some companies that you knew that the owners were racist, or
I mean, I always, I try to be like a game changer. You know what I mean? I like working, with everybody, and try to be as inclusive as possible, right? Try to, take out of the racial stereotypes and just let motherfuckers just let their personality or character come through.
Right. No, that's good. I appreciate that. You seem like one of the good guys of the business, man. Because some guys I've heard of that had that pimp mentality, just really dirty about it. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple friends of mine who were females that were like, "There's some niggas in there. Some niggas only shower. That's just dirty motherfuckers be doing." It's like, oh my God, I work with him. He was stinking, and he just wasn't professional about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's some of the traps in the business. You know what I mean? That's just some of the characters who hang around and shit. I could easily went in a whole lot of different directions, and I probably tried out a few things and see if it worked out, and if it didn't feel good, if it didn't feel like it was sustainable, I just kind of moved on. Ultimately, I was a fan of the business, and I'm an old school cat, you know what I mean? I'm 52, so I've been around a long time. So I was also a part of a generation that was a generation, I was in that happy medium right before DVD and internet took off, you know what I mean? So I was rooted in these old school, like these 80s guys who were filmmakers, and they had dialogue and script, and there was acting, and there was a purpose for why we're fucking. And then comes along the DVD era and internet, and it's just really about like give them just a quick 2-second intro and then get the fucking.
Right.
And and so I kind of straddled, both eras. And I guess, and then that, with age, I kind of like saw the light, you know what I mean? I started understanding a lot more about what the type of industry I was involved in. Started losing people, old school cats. I just went to like a birthday party for a 70-year-old brother that was in the business. And
FM Bradley?
Nah.
Ray Victory?
Shout out to him.
Ray Victory? Come on, bro.
I never met Ray. I was a big fan of Ray. I wanted to meet Ray. I thought Ray was like.
He had that shag too, boy. Man.
Yeah, man.
That shag right there.
Yeah, man. Ray, little buff motherfucker.
Yeah, but
like, that's me. That's him. That's me.
That's crazy. You ever have like girls just want to fuck you just because you hanging out or something? They're like, I saw your movies. Can I come see you tomorrow night? Just what? Yeah, a lot of that. I mean, I'm a comedian. I get that. Okay.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah. But you fucking. I mean, they know what they know what they about to get with you. Yeah. I just got to surprise them with all this.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Right. You be like,
it is what it is. Okay, I'm half black. You just guess what half it is. But you had situations like that, like the women just want to be,
Yeah, women like to fuck. They love to fuck, and if you make it comfortable, and there's no guilt trip. Or maybe they like a guilt trip. Maybe they want to feel a little guilty about it.
Yeah, but you a star. They like, I fuck with the Marcus.
Yeah.
No, like, who else ain't? Long list, man. We've been in the movies for a while. But I can see that. I was talking about the racism. I've noticed this. I think this, when it comes to like an STD or something, it's like when white folks get it, it's swept underneath the rug. But when black people, they heighten it up. Is that like make it,
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up. And I think that's, there's just, I used to get a lot of hate. Niggas didn't like the fact that I was fucking bitches and they weren't. Or bitches were choosing me over, over them. Or directors, I wasn't doing it the way the director was trying to hire me to do it. I did it my way. So, I rubbed people the wrong way. And I think when you do that shit in this business, they just love to like try to undermine you. You know what I mean? They They try to scapegoat. You know what I mean? Like, they're not you.
Right.
They don't even know what it's like to be you. They don't even know all the bullshit you're going through, and they just try to, they want to add to it, and it's unfortunate because it happened a few times in our industry where cats are just singled out.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, You know,
I remember a guy with Darren James, you know, and I read his story, and I felt, you know, he's a good dude, you know, and things happen, you know what I'm saying? And I think he wanted, well, he had a successful career after that too. I think he started directing movies. I'm not 100% sure.
No, he's an advocate. You know,
Right.
he's an advocate for HIV testing.
Right, sure.
He's a counselor for cats who, you know, he goes down and does that HIV testing.
That's beautiful, man.
In high risk communities and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? He gets in there and he just tries to.
With you, do people feel like,
Support.
you ever have people feel like, you know, you nasty and fuck you and I don't be around, like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Because of the
you know,
business you in?
Right. There'll be motherfuckers who be like, you know, wash your hands or.
Right, around you, right.
Or like, I mean, you know, usually that's more about them than me.
Okay.
Because I'm a clean motherfucker.
Right,
you know,
sure.
You know, but that's just them. They got whatever they got in their head, that's on them. But.
And it's funny to interrupt you. It's funny you say that because, you know, when I mess around with a couple of them, they're like, well, like, nigga, these girls taking tests all the time. Bitch, you be in the club ain't testing, nigga, shit. I mean, they never had a AIDS test.
Nah, we get, we test.
So it's a little safer for that vagina. You know what I'm saying?
You know, when I started, they were just doing HIV testing. You know, and that was every 3 months. And but this is in the early '90s.
Right,
and cats
sure.
weren't really up on HIV like the way that, you know, the '80s came around. Everybody panicked and was scared, and the industry just really had to like step up. Liability reasons, and just the fact that, you know, we're kind of all consenting to do this.
Right, sure.
You know what I mean? STD testing came in around 2000, 2002, 2003, and that became we call it a full panel.
Full panel,
and then we
right.
do, you know, and we incorporated, you know, everything associated with any kind of sexual activity, and we require that test every 2 weeks now. And those tests ain't cheap. They're about $180.
Yeah.
You know,
They have a place in Santa Monica I used to go to. You know, I remember reading something about that. Every 2 weeks. Okay, so every 2 weeks.
Because you get the window for HIV detection is about 2 weeks, about 7 to 10 days.
Oh, okay, that's what it
So
is.
2 weeks just to be on the safe side.
You know, we'll delve a little bit into it, but after your situation, you had, how did you pivot? How did you feel about the way people came at you? Did you see a lot of people change around you? Did you have your mentality like, I got to get out, I got to do something else, what's I'm going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it was a heavy situation.
Yeah, it was tough because I think at that time social media was like really, you know, it wasn't as, you know, as much moderated as it is now. There's much more people that balance out the conversation in the comments. Usually everybody just kind of goes in and cracks jokes.
Sure.
And then, but during that time, but now there's more people that come in and kind of set the record straight. You know what I mean? And
nice.
So, you know, at that time it was trying to set the record straight.
Sure.
And it just couldn't.
Sure.
You know, and I was in all the avenues and the ways that I was used to talking with people publicly and privately kind of like got just flipped for some reason. And that was tough because, you know, up until that point, everybody loves you, everybody's your homie,
Sure, that's right.
everybody,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And then they kind of like, you know, they want to try to blacklist you and blackball you and shit. But I think at that same time, if I was prepared, I just would have pivoted and just done Mr. Marcus production, Mr. Marcus material, Mr. Marcus content, Mr. Marcus, you know, films.
Right.
And I wasn't. I was like, emotionally, I was kind of fucked because I was I like this industry.
Right.
I like being called to show up and do that shit.
Sure.
And I just feel like I was just being kind of, you know, pushed out, which was like, it's like, nah, I love this business.
Right,
You know what I mean?
sure,
Like,
sure.
I enjoy it. I didn't need to actually be performing because I thought I had enough creative ideas, you know, to be a good producer, but good director.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I could, but it also kind of like showed me that the people in our industry, they really just try to be disposable. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You know,
Wow.
you're hot.
For a second, right. And then they can get
In
rid of you.
Hollywood kind of mirrors that shit. The music industry can mirror
Oh,
that
no,
shit.
no, I hear you now.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
You're
And so
right.
you really got to stay true to who you are. Because these motherfuckers, we try to define you and, you know, and tell you how you should be and how you can act and what you're allowed to do.
Right.
And I think at that moment, you're part of the matrix.
Right.
If you follow through.
Sure,
And then, you know, you just got to purge yourself of that shit. And I think that's what I did. I just kind of like, okay, cool. I see it differently now. And I'm not going to, and I know, and, you know, instead of cats telling you who they think you are, you tell them who you really, who you know you are.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I just, and, you know, and I think that's, for better or worse, who knows? But I just feel like, fuck that. I mean, we just people, you know what I mean? We all sitting on the 4-5 together. Right. You know what I mean? We sitting on the plane together. I mean, you know, some cats are cool, some cats ain't. I learned, some cats will look out for you and take care of you. Other cats will walk on past you.
Right.
Some cats, you know what I mean?
Right. But it had to be a mental fuckery from being, Mr. Marcus, this dude, and looking at it a little negatively then. Mm-hmm. How did you pivot to finally raise up, to where you are now? Like, what did you do to get it?
Just really, I was like, you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm cool with what I see. I understand that being in porn is, morally conflicting for some. And,
sure.
You know what I mean? It can be totally against their religion, whatever, for whatever reason. Sure. I've heard it all. I've gotten a lot of shit because I was in the porn industry. A lot of racism. I used to get all kind of racist ass shit in the beginning.
Really?
Because you got to realize I got my website in 1997.
Okay.
I had a message board. I was doing emails. So I was already engaging fans, and this is 1997,
Smart.
98. Mm-hmm. And some of these cats would, just because they had the opportunity to say shit to me, they would just say some real fucked up shit.
I can see, oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it here, some comments.
Right. And so, but what I realized over time, and as you got older, and as social media is kind of, the playing field is, kind of leveling out, and you understand what it's really about, because it was like us adjusting to this fact that now everyone has an opinion, and you don't have no control over what they say or what they think about you, and so it has to really, you need to know who the fuck you are.
Right.
These motherfuckers will try to tell you who they think you are.
I fight with it all the time. Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So I would,
the white side. I hear it all the time. You ain't no real brother. You ain't no black nigga. Stuff I've did for blacks people. You know what I'm saying?
Just people.
Marched and all that. But no, for black people.
Right.
I marched and did all kind of stuff. And then you gonna tell me who I am? Get out of here with that bullshit. You don't know me. But I'm saying, so okay, you know who you are. Did people leave you alone, and then you started saying, I gotta come back my own. Like getting back on the film was probably a little difficult. Get back in front of the camera. Right. So did you just did people leave you and you said, I gotta start my own business, I gotta start my own stuff, and from damn near,
Yeah, I mean, I just, the one thing too is I don't let up off the gas. Lexington Steele is a good friend of mine. He was like, you ease up all the gas, but don't hit the brakes. You know what I mean? And so it was just really, social media was easy for me to stay relevant and stay involved, stay engaged, because it was just about being creative, and then it was about uplifting people's spirit. I'd always think when something bad would happen in the news, I would think, how can you put out good energy to make people feel better about shit?
Okay. Find
funny shit. Find serious shit.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And social media allows you to do that. As far as when it comes to sex, I don't put out as many sexual images as I used to. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of sexual content, and with OnlyFans, you're able to probably put it out there in a more controlled way.
Okay.
And then I have a shitload of images out there already. I got almost 2,000 movies.
Oh wow.
And so it's a shitload of movies already in the can. It's like, what do I need? And I see a lot of dudes that I know have been shooting porn, and I just think, you still doing that? And I get it. It's easy. You just show up and fuck. But I think at some point there's a price to pay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. And I think I was called to pay price. I was, I was paying prices for shit. I was paying the costs for my career.
Right.
You know what I mean? For everything, and I've been around almost 30 years. So, I've been involved in a lot of, awesome dope ass shit, and then some real fucked up,
Sure. What advice would you give to a young woman or guy who says, listen out there, I want to get into this, man, this business. I got a dick, I'm ready to fuck. Some girl, I got a nice body. What would you say? Because I think it's a mental thing too. You got to understand. What would you tell? What advice would you tell somebody either to do it or not do it, or how to approach it?
I think sexual nature is just something that everyone has. Mm-hmm. And that you can't, no matter how much you try to shape it, define it, or control it, it has its own way of expressing itself. No doubt, male and female. So sometimes I just say, just own your content. You can and control your output. If you want to express yourself, do your homework, do your research. Not everybody's gonna be your friend. Try to find those people that have like-minded or it can help you, achieve your goals. There, some people come into your life just to help you, at the moment, help you to cross a bridge or open a door. You know what I mean? Don't expect them to stick around. Don't get caught up in a negative mindset, because all I can say, a lot of times I see a lot of people do, you get caught up in your phone, get all off on your phone, put that motherfucker down, and walk outside, talk with somebody, go back to, go back to like human nature, allow, you don't have to get caught up, because our minds are, we be trying to fill in the blank, and we super imaginative and creative, and so, we can, we can take a situation and make it worse, just with our thoughts, or we can try to make it better, just with those, with a whole different mindset. Right. You got me?
Yeah.
So I feel like you have a choice, bro. A lot of cats, fuck that, fuck that. But like, nah, it ain't always gotta be fuck that. That's why I love comedians. Right. I love musicians. I love DJs, because y'all motherfuckers, y'all call it for what it is, and you guys, and you have such an effect on the human spirit. Sex, sex is the same, but with music and with comedy and laughter, that can just shift things. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Some cats get lost into the darkness, and trust me, I've been in the darkness. The porn industry took me into the darkness, had me resting in that motherfucker. And it looks bleak. And there's a lot of people that I know in this industry that lost their lives, lost their lives to suicide, depression, or addiction. And I just knew I didn't want to be one of them, because you can talk to them one day, you're hanging out, and you think everything's cool, and the next minute they ain't here. So that just made me appreciate shit more. You know what I mean? So, and
is your mama still around?
Yeah, mom's still.
Okay, how mama?
My mom's strong. She's a beast, and she's
seen you work before?
I hope not.
Oh damn!
I hope not.
She know what you did though. She know you.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even. She's had people probably reach out to her and say things. All my friends have. I can't. I don't know how many times motherfuckers be trying to FaceTime me.
Really? Yeah.
And there be somebody in the background. See, I told you.
That's fucked up. But you say you don't think your mother knows? Y'all never had a conversation about it?
Nah, I think the few times that we talked about it, she don't really care, because she's a church going woman.
Oh wow! Oh yeah!
So she's like, But I tell her about the people I meet and the people I've helped. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And my kids, my daughters went to college and everything, and I was just really adamant about pushing.
You sent your kids to college?
Yeah.
Your dick got your kids to college.
Well, they did the work.
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I mean? They did all the work. My dick didn't do shit. Bro.
Oh, okay.
Put it like that.
He got a diploma. My daddy helped me get this.
Nah, that's all them.
Yeah, no,
that's all them. But
wow. No, that's okay. That's interesting. I think I just want to get off of that. So what are you working on now? What's happening with you now, Mr. Mark?
I mean, now we're writing. I do a lot of writing. I've been writing for a long. I've always documented my whole porn career. Documented in a way where cats document shit with their cell phone. Okay. I was doing it through notepads, photography, videography. I was always filming things, doing interviews, sitting down, motherfuckers. So I've documented this whole experience, because it's just, to me, like I said, I'm a fan.
Right.
So now it's just trying to put it in some kind of narrative. You know what I mean?
Like a book or something, you mean?
I wrote one book called The Porn Star Guide to Great Sex, which is more like a how-to book. But I put little hints of my life in it. You know what I mean? Through each chapter, there's a lead in the story about something that happened, something I experienced. But I think this is what I want to happen, is more like a film, like a series, like a long form story about the industry in the mid-90s. They already have 2 shows coming out. They're doing one about, it's called Sex Before the Internet. It's coming out on Vice TV. And they basically just talked to a lot of the cats who were, in that era that I was coming into the business. Sure. But it sets it up perfectly for the story that I think we can tell, through this project I'm working on right now. Wow. Okay. Well, one thing I liked about you that
you pivot. You like to you can pivot, brother. I mean,
Yeah,
even some stuff
yeah.
been thrown at you. You done pivot this way, that way, and for get in the business for other situations. Now to have your own. I like this fact you said, you should own your own content. But there's a lot of big companies like Vivid or whatever them companies called. They see these young girls, they come working for them, and you kind of slave to them. The internet has now opened up to where you can have your own stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But but some of this shit is very unprofessional.
Yeah.
I've wasted many hours on Pornhub, nigga. Like,
Right.
what is this ugly booty hole?
I kind of like
in my
the
head?
amateur shit though.
Really?
I do. I don't like when they be in the bedroom somewhere and the TV's playing in the background and there's like a TV show.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can you
Yeah.
just turn the volume down or
Right,
something?
right,
But
right.
I don't know. But that's what makes it so hood.
I've heard the Facts of Life a couple of times in the background. and that the song. But no, some of them couples in there, their bodies are horrifying, bro. I'm like, come on, girl, you really, this is what you're gonna show us and shit.
Right,
but yeah.
No, I like the amateur shit. I always like. I love the amateur shit.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
Well, that's dope. That's dope, man. You're a dope person, brother. To come in here, man, sit down, and I'm not saying just to come in and sit down, but just as the man I've got to know, and just on this conversation, and I googled, did some work, and I've known you for a while, man. I was really like saying to myself, I'm gonna bring this man in here, and I want to have a good conversation with him, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Sometimes I get kind of. I'm just trying. I feel like I'm an educator too. Like,
Yeah.
well, this is what the industry was like in this, and this is what we did, and this is
right.
how, which is cool. But I also feel like there's a lot of cool ass shit that ain't nobody really around for. There's a lot of shit that be happening that really just kind of defines and tells the story too.
Sure.
In a whole nother creative way. Sometimes just saying it doesn't do it any justice from actually seeing it and being there.
Okay.
You got me?
I'll tell you one that being a comic, and I was in Hollywood for years. I'm not in Hollywood right now, but for years, man, porn stars and comedians, boy, we hung tough, boy. We hung tough, man.
Y'all,
y'all was at Fat Tuesday, More Mondays, and all that shit.
This porn stars like Evan Stone. He's doing stand up. Ron Jeremy was doing stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all, that's a gift because I don't know if I could stand in front of a room,
Right.
50 people and really. What does it take? You know what I mean? Like,
nigga, you fuck in front of 40 people around you. That what did it take? My dick might not do that. That's some concentration for your ass. That's you know what I'm saying? You got to be paying attention. And I saw my man Jack Napier one day. He fucking one girl. He kept his eyes closed and shit. He was on the bed. Just fucking, I guess you got to put something in your mind.
Once you cool, like I would literally sometimes I would really if I thought about it more I probably would freak myself out. But a lot of times, man, I just be walking around with my dick out, and it'd be a crew of like 5 or 6 people, and then most of them would be white dudes and shit. I'd be like, I'm talking to them like, so, have you guys tried that new restaurant downtown and shit?
Right.
Like, you seen that new movie yet? You know what I mean? I can't think of the name of that movie. And I'm over there and I'll be like just stroking my dick. I just don't think, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to feel differently and shit. I'd be like, hey, what's this on my dick? Can you tell me what it is?
Right. Here's a question I want to know. If you go on a threesome, a girl and you knew another guy,
right.
And let's just say homie got a little more extra meat, if you know what I'm saying. Do you have to go first? Like, nigga, let me go first, nigga. Can I get first deal, nigga, before you destroy this motherfucker? Have you ever done that before? You the meat guy. Somebody asked you.
Nah, there's some girls. There's some girls in the bench who their pussy got stretched out for some, I don't know who. Wasn't me, but they'd be like, okay.
Right.
But I don't really, niggas show up, they packing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I always feel like it ain't what you got, it's how you use it. You know what I mean?
I heard that before.
Right. So I would see a lot of motherfuckers that really, that showed up but they weren't really putting it down.
Right.
And then that always would just reinforce me like, okay,
right.
nigga, I'm only, I'm not a big dude at all. So I don't know. I couldn't get caught up on size.
Really?
I had to realize I got what I got. Because niggas would hit me up in my DMs and my emails like, how do I make my dick bigger? I'd be like,
Can I have one like yours?
There's like, what'd you say?
They say, can I have one like yours? How you get mine like yours? Like, nigga,
man.
You have my parents, motherfucker. Shit. I was one of this too. When y'all do a girl, y'all do double penetration, the taint is that small. Something got to be hitting in the okay.
Yeah,
you know Is something hitting inside that motherfucker? I saw you and Jack, you and my man Jake Steve with this girl, a little cutie and shit, though. Right. You know, hitting. I was like, I wonder if something's hitting inside of it. Okay, ladies on the set, what is inside of y'all? Is there a little lining in that motherfucker? Or is it hollow in that bitch? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ever done DP?
Yeah. Oh, she did. No, she has. She has.
Because I don't know, because the girl. I don't think dudes would do it if the girls didn't want them to do it.
Oh, I get that.
You know what I mean?
But,
so the girls like, and a lot of times I'll be like, you know, if we're fucking and we're doing a thing, and you know, and then the director, all right, time for the DP, I'd be like, you know. I'd had to get into this mindset of like just focused on the chick.
You got to.
That's it, you know.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. When me and my homie did it one time, and our knees touched, nigga. I almost lost my mind, nigga, in the bed. Like, hey, nigga, get on that side, nigga. Our knees touched, nigga. I swear to God, I was like, woo wee. Then I saw one time a DP, and you know, girl was riding, dude. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I see this porn. Girl was riding this dude, and then the guy come in the booty hole. You know what he's doing? And the guy in the booty hole pulled out and bust, but he bust, and his shit dripped on the nigga dust on the bottom. I said, oh shit, no! I would lose my motherfucking mind. What you not gonna do is nut on me, nigga. You gotta do that on the back or take it out to the other room and shit. I can imagine some crazy shit on sex. Cause we can be cool, but we can't be that cool.
We can't be that cool.
Yeah. I mean, and then you have in the mental space of I've seen girls giving head to two niggas and. I'm down to nigga.
She be like, yeah. Like, stop that shit. Stop that.
I'll take this and this, but I ain't gonna take that, motherfucker. Hey, bro, you cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? You cool, but we ain't that cool. I just met you, nigga, okay? We need 4 or 5 years of being friendship before I know a dick gonna bump and shit. But no, man, I can just imagine something crazy. Look, man, I appreciate you coming here. Before I get you out of here, brother, Mr. Marcus, we do a thing called IG creeping, where we go on your IG page and look at some stuff. And we want to see what you thinking about when you was on these pictures, man. So I'm gonna pop up some pictures. You tell me what you was thinking, man. Let's look at this picture right here. What was it? Okay, this is you and Coolio.
Oh, right.
Yeah, rest in peace to Coolio. What was this at?
This was the speedway over there off the 605 and the 210 freeway.
They do a lot of stuff over there, like rap concerts and car shows and shit, right?
Right off the 605.
Yeah. I've been there.
I remember that. I was just walking around that day, and he was performing. And we had, I don't know what it was. We just saw each other in the back, and it was just nothing but love.
Right. Well, I like you bi-coastal, nigga. You got the New York hat on, and you got the LA hat on right now. You West Side. I don't know.
I'm all over.
Yeah, you all over. That's a beautiful thing.
Right.
What's all right, go next picture. Let's see what we got. Okay, now what the fuck is going on this party right here?
That was at
Ray J. Okay.
Yeah, that was at this sushi place in the Valley.
Oh, restaurant, okay.
Yeah, it was good. I just wrote there with some other homeboys, and then Ray J he was there with his people.
Okay.
Me and Ray J, we'd always been chopping it up, real shit. And I think this is true. I think he got the whole idea for the Kim Kardashian video from me.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think that's we ain't really ever talked about it, but I'm pretty sure that's where he got it from.
Damn, for the Kim, damn. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else we got? Let's see what else. So see now if you have birthday parties like this, I don't have birthday parties like this.
Yeah, that was we actually did the Urban X Awards. We did the Urban X Awards about a week before this. And so I used the pictures from
Oh, you used the picture. Okay.
But that's Misty Stone.
Misty Stone, I'm a big fan of hers.
Anna Fox.
I don't know her.
And this is a new girl, Livy or some shit. She's a little freak though. She always got her pussy out.
The pink right there?
Yeah.
I'm about to look at her.
Anna's more Playboy. Missy's just a wild child.
Right. I saw her at a comedy club one night. Everybody knows Robbie Perone too. That nigga king of.
Oh yeah,
that's my nigga there. He know everybody. He know every edition, what movie, what How long is this picture? How long ago was this picture?
It was a few months ago.
Oh, this recent picture.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so you still hang with the fly ones. All right, what else we got?
Oh yeah.
Damn. Well, hell no. What the hell was this? This is Pomona. This when you had your bike stolen? 2 weeks earlier?
Nah, this is way after. This is, I was probably 25, 26. No, I was actually like 26, 27. Yeah. Maybe a little older than that.
No homo. You're working out. So would you always work out as a kid, or that's just natural body?
It's all natural. But,
Really?
At that age, yeah. But I was always working out. I like working out. That was just.
You still work out to this day?
Yeah, I like that. It's
nice.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Therapeutic. Okay. Well, cool. Damn, there it is right there. We got a game we play here, brother. We got a game here we play. It's called Spin the Wheel.
No, I think I was 25 in that.
25?
I think I was 25. Gotta get that right.
25?
Yeah, it's 25. Because I still had hair. And I don't think I had hair much longer after that.
Oh, okay. Well,
that was the good old days. I kind of get jealous.
My shit ended in about.
I want to get Samuel Jackson's hair guy, for the movies and shit, because he always gets
really.
Those, I do. I want it just for one movie. I just want to have it.
That's funny. That's funny. The writing you do now is some still scenes for porn too. You do the right.
I always come up with shit. I write what my vision is to get. I want a TV show, a TV series about the porn industry. From the mid 90s, late 90s. I talked to Snoop about this. Right when hip hop and porn was just starting to, lock heads and really started boom, 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 and porn was just coming online. You know what I mean? And cats were just, that was an era. I was around there. I loved it, man. That was LA. LA was like, popping. The clubs were popping.
One thing I like about 90s porn, the girls in it look like girls you could fuck. Back in the 80s, they had big old hair, makeup, and how you doing? Back then, in the 90s, they're like, didn't I see her at the Crenshaw Mall? Did I see her at the gas station and shit?
Right.
She worked at it wasn't Chick-fil-A, but you know what I'm saying? McDonald's and shit.
Yeah.
A lot of sisters look like they just walk right off the set and right in that. I like them type.
Yeah.
I don't like all that makeup and long fingernails. Give me a I work at the bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to hit the girl in the bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I like them. Them 90 points was a shit.
Right.
I enjoy being around there in them days. But so all right. So we're gonna do a thing called Spin the Wheel, where we put different little subjects on it, man. The biggest lie you ever told, how you lost your virginity. You'll get some off your chest, the biggest secret you have. If you had to eliminate something from a girl, your perfect wife forever, you get her face, her teeth, or her booty, one that she couldn't have. So so we spin it, and what it land in, you gotta discuss it. Give them a drum roll, y'all. Give them a big drum roll, y'all. Give them a drum roll. Hey! Oh, there you go. All right, you got a wife. You gotta be married to her for for the rest of your life. But face, teeth, or booty. One of them is gonna be damaged like hell but you can live with.
Okay.
She can have a flat ass,
easy.
rotten teeth, or fucked up face.
Yeah, that's easy.
Oh, that's easy?
Yeah, the booty.
You can have a flat booty and be all right with it?
Because it's gonna get flat eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you do Asian porn? Yeah, you might. The fuck out of here, brother.
I don't. You know what I mean? I'm all about the pussy, anyways. The ass is a great. The ass is perfect for presenting the pussy. The two are, but I would rather just focus on the pussy.
Really? So she have a nice face.
I like faces.
You like teeth.
I love teeth.
Very straight teeth.
Teeth are important.
So a flat booty, man. Let me think.
I'm cool with that.
I never thought about anything.
I'm cool with that.
I think, to be honest with you,
because I gotta look at her. I ain't gonna always see her booty. I ain't not always gonna be looking at her.
But she have the bed. You want to see like, ooh.
We're gonna be talking all the time and shit. Make sure we're talking.
All your girlfriends gonna have jeans with 2 pockets and a lot of wallets and shit. Get that ass pop. I think I would. That's a good question. Let me think of booty, face. I think face. I think I can do it with an average face. But her teeth are nice. She had her teeth in her mouth, and she had that butterball booty.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, from the back, I can't see that face.
If I'm gonna be with her for the rest of my life, like if we gonna be together,
right?
The booty gonna be like. Eventually, the booty ain't gonna be the. I ain't never seen no girl's booty. Like, it's rare when I see some girl.
After what age? 40? 35?
Yeah, maybe 40.
40,
45, yeah.
45?
Between 40 and 45. It's rare. When I come across a girl who's like still fit like that.
Right.
Still like.
She in the gym, that's why.
Yeah, and jeans, mama maybe.
Yeah. It's rare, right?
Yeah, it's rare.
All right. So you
we all kind of lose it on the way. You know what I mean?
Well, you got a point there. Yeah. It's time for me to start getting nice and shit to people, to females, because I'm about to lose it. I'm losing it, daily and shit. So, yeah. Before
it just ain't the same. I mean, it ain't. It's a lot of upkeep and a lot of maintenance.
I feel you on that. Mm-hmm. Are you single?
Sometimes.
Sometimes I feel you, because I am. But here's the thing I was gonna say that ain't nothing like new vagina. New vaginas are shit. Women don't understand that. A nigga get out of some old good vaginas to get a new one. In my life? Mm-hmm. Keep it 100 with you? Nigga, I've been famous for a long time. Nigga.
Yeah.
I've been handsome for a long time too.
No doubt.
Yeah, motherfucker, fuck it, nigga. Okay, before the head game. Yeah. I'm being 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? Cause you've been 100 with me.
For sure, bro.
I'm probably about to hear all kind of shit. You nasty motherfucker, but you know, it was what it was. Yeah. I've been fucking since I was 15. Okay.
All right.
Now that's 40 years, nigga.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah. And I've been, hey, you know. Now I've slowed down, you know, in the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, whatever. I got lucky, took my panel and shit, and I was like, woo, okay, for the last time. This is motherfucker, we good. Now I'm very selective. But come on, man. When I was young, in the 90s out here in LA,
yeah.
Nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Nah.
What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, we didn't have no dating. I can't even, I try to go on a dating service. Dating apps, I can't. The minute I put my face on there, like,
Same here.
Yeah, they shut me down.
Or they say it ain't you. They'll say, that ain't you.
How weird. Like,
yeah.
I'm so tired of hearing about motherfuckers. Yeah, I met her on Grindr. I met her on Tinder. Like,
really? I know. My boy said the same thing. I'm on Facebook. I'm about 3 girls. I done knocked them off. I don't meet, when I meet, it just, it's terrible. This show ain't gonna help, motherfucker. That's what I just said. You know, I just said, but I'll find somebody to love me and shit.
Right.
It,
eventually, after, you know, we gotta go through more bitches.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I ain't the young cat I used to be. And that's so funny when I see the comics go, like I fly, now when I do shows and I leave, man. First flight out, I'm back home. I see all the young guys, I'm about to go, we got to go to the party. Go ahead. I'm like an old lion now. Go ahead out there. Right. I done did it and shit. Right. You got to damn near come to me, be fine as fuck, and come to and try to do something. Be chasing and shit. I can't chase.
Here's my room key. You know what I mean? I'm only in town just for you. You know what I mean?
Just for you. That's funny. That's funny.
I'm with it.
I meet all girls in the lobby.
Right.
And when dead ass, because I'm not about to give you my room, because then you're gonna bring some goons with you and shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the text more than once fucking with me and shit in my room and shit.
That's true.
Like, I'm in the room, 1505. Yeah. And then if I know, somebody knock on the door, hello, and then I get robbed and shit. So no, boo boo. And it's never happened. But I'm a little more slicker than that right there. I carry one of my goons, Cam with me. He in the other room. Mm-hmm. So if he look through his door and see somebody in my door that don't look right, he come out with that thing.
You never know, right? Yeah, you know, I mean, it'd be like, what you want, nigga? I just want him to tell me a joke.
Right. I'll tell you something else that's crazy. Like I've had dudes that like me, like comedians, like my stand-up comedy, love me, and got a girl with him that I might have dated or just seen once in a while. They be like, that nigga funny, that nigga funny. And then she said, oh yeah, I know him. You know him? Man, fuck him. We ain't watching him no more. And totally, turn off from being my fan no more.
There's haters out there.
Of course there is.
Yeah, they can.
I can imagine you get them.
I got them. I always trip out. The motherfuckers be introducing me to their wives. I remember I was at some club and Dr. Dre was with his wife and he was like, hey, honey, I want you to meet Mr. Marcus. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. What's up, baby? How you feeling?
Right.
I was once they, I get a lot of the green light, the pass and shit. But yeah, I don't, most niggas with me are cool. You know what I mean? Like, cause I ain't trying to, I just.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You done had enough pussy. Come on, bro.
I feel like, because I've been around a long time, so at some point they came across something that I've done. Right. And hopefully it was some shit that kind of helped them out. You know what I mean? I hear that a lot. Oh, you got us through. You got me through college and shit.
That's what got you really.
You know what I mean?
A lot of nights I couldn't sleep for my test and shit, but thank you so much.
So it'd be like, so here's my wife,
Right. Wow. No, bro, man, I appreciate you coming. Before I go off, I do a little thing, man. Because my show is about giving out flowers and helping others out. I do a thing called 5 for 5, a segment called 5 for 5, where I take a comedian that I've known for a long time that's dope as hell, or an up-and-coming comic that's dope, that's not getting enough exposure, might need a little bit more exposure. And I let them do 5 minutes of stand-up comedy, and then they sit down and talk to me for 5 minutes. It's like a miniature show of this, a little mini show. We tape it already. Right. And I like to show my guests, the comic and stuff, so we check it out. It'll be on the screen. So check out this next comedian that I have, man. I think it's going to be dope as hell. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah. So we'll go with that.
5 for 5. 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 5 for 5.
This guy is one of my favorite comedians, one of my favorite friends too, man. Good dude, very funny, definitely underrated. You'll see why in a second. Give it up for the one and only Shaun Jones! What's up? Come on, y'all. Speak to me. This ain't cable. I can see y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all looking good. Yeah. Good to be here. I'm another brother over 50. This is a 55 for 5. That shit should be fine. All these
brothers, old brothers, yeah. Like Pierre said, black don't crack, but that bitch will buckle. That bitch will buckle, yeah. Yeah, how old are you, brother? You look young and old. like you look like your own granddaddy up there. Like you on your family tree twice. That's me right there. That's me right there. That's us. That's both of us. I tell you, man, I'm old, man. I'm getting old. I know y'all can't tell by the way I'm dressed and shit. I dress like a grown 8th grader up this bitch right now. I know I'm old, man. When I was in my 20s, shit was different. Wasn't it different in the 20s, man? I remember I was in my 20s, man. I used to jump out of bed, be out the house in 30 minutes. You know, when you're in your 20s, jump out of bed, take a shower, put on your clothes, eat your food, you're out the door in 30 minutes. Not when you're over 50. I ain't jumping out of shit. I sit at the edge of the bed and I talk to my body. All right, we're going to do this shit on 3. Knees, elbow, and ass, let's do it together, shit. I gotta rock myself out of bed in the morning. I gotta make sure I know where I'm going, because once I get in motion, I can't stop this shit. I got the legs that Woody had on in Toy Story and shit. I'm walking like a newborn deer in this bitch. Ain't no blood in my legs. I'm like Pinocchio. I'm a real boy. I knew I was old the other day when I went to the bathroom. I pushed too hard and went deaf for a few minutes. That's the oldest. Yeah. I pushed too hard and went down like, God! Oh my God, I can't hear! I think I shit out my eardrum. Don't flush the toilet, my eardrum is in there. Give me a plunge in the Q-tip. My life changed, man. I don't do shit. I don't watch porn no more. You watch porn? Yeah, I know you do. Like you got a movie on pause at the house right now. I started watching porn. I don't need that pressure, especially not black porn. I'm black, but the only thing we got in common in those movies, we both black, that's it. But those ain't regular brothers in porn. You ever see them? They should be on Discovery Channel. Them niggas. Shit, my wife put in the movie, I'm naked, he pulled out his dick, I put my dick away like, that nigga dick got surround sound. You think you ain't supposed to have surround sound? That shit. I used to watch black porn like I was watching a horror movie. I'm screaming at the girl, bitch run, the dick is behind you. Oh my God, she is gonna die. Bitch run, oh she fell, she dead, the dick got her, the dick got her. I ain't for that shit no more, man. I'm old, man, I can't do that. I tried edibles for the first time. You ever done edibles? Them some sneaky motherfuckers right there. I took it, my boy was like, man, I got some gummy bears. I took it, he's like, not the whole fucking thing. That's for both of us. I said, I ain't gonna share a gummy bear with a grown ass man. You eat one end, I eat the other. We meet in the middle like we lady in the trap. Bitch, I'm a thug. I ain't no goddamn gummy bear with you. Like I was like, I grew up on gummy bears. He said, not these. But them shit sneak up on you. I was sitting there talking shit. I was like, man, this ain't doing shit. I was like, there it is. That shit hit me, had me watching a documentary of zebras walking for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours I'm watching a documentary of zebras walking until I realized I had been watching a screensaver on my laptop. This bitch is good as shit. Goddamn screen went black. I said, I want to find out what happened at the end of this bitch. Trying to get my life together, man. Start going to church. Any church people? Yeah. I go to white church. Fuck y'all. I go to a white church. White people know how to have church. They get out 15 minutes. I tell you, you ever in a black church, you are not coming home the same day. I had 2 birthdays one Sunday at a black church. I said, look, I don't want nothing else about the Bible. I'll take my chances. White people don't put, man, they go in there, they drop their money in the basket, sing a couple of vows, and they are done. That's they singing the white church vows. A-E-I-O-U. Sometimes why? They fuck out of there. The black choir got a march from fucking Florida. You ever had that choir that march in and march back out? Bitch, better get in here, we about to lock the door. This is the last Sunday I went to a black church. We was in there so long, I thought we was never gonna get out. We was in there so long, I looked on the wall and Jesus got off the cross like, let's go! Look at black people shut down that joke. I ain't gonna let that joke. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. Give me another Hennessy. I am a Christian. Nah, man, but it's fun, man. I'm glad to be up here with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all letting me hang out with y'all for a little while, man. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the glitter on my shirt. I'll see y'all next time. I'm Shaun Jones. Peace. Just a little. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah,
and finally,
you got all your new shit on.
Right here. You bought this for me for your birthday. Remember that?
I did do that. First of all, let me ask you this. I'm gonna tell you dead ass too. Right. Do you, you did what you just did, and I've known you for years, and this is what you do. Okay, this is how you perform.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're underrated?
You know what? I might feel like that in my human spirit sometimes, but I'm right where God wants me to be. I know that sounds corny, but I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I think if I would have gotten anything a little bit earlier, I wouldn't appreciate it. So each day you go along, you learn a little bit more about yourself and about the business and the world around you. So I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Like I said, for myself, shut your ass up. That's old TV answer. Nah, but for real. Nah, for real. I really, I used to be all in that. Man, I should be further, but a lot of times you get something, you say, man, if I would have gotten this early, I wouldn't be where I wouldn't respect it as much.
Well, as funny as you are, and you haven't gotten what you want, I think God gonna wait for your death date.
Right.
Okay. All right, today you got it. At least like then you'll be where you want. No, damn that. I want more shit today. God, could you help a nigga out?
I'm where I want to be. I'm on the panic room.
That man, like that. Because I mean, you're so funny, man. And it's funny, I've seen you with comedians and headliners that might not want you on the show. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel like that? Because I see sometimes you're overlooked working with other comics,
right.
Or you work with them one time, and then we don't hear from you on the show no more.
Yeah.
So what do you think that God's doing? I guess God's doing. You know what?
The devil will send you blessings too. They say.
Okay now, all right now. Well, church now. Well.
Nah, man. It can be frustrating, man. Because one thing, I'm not gonna tone myself down for you to shine. I'm never gonna dim my light for you to shine. So I go out there and I do my thing. Unfortunately, sometimes there's cats that might not be as secure, and I don't know why. I'm not in competition with anybody, so that's why I don't worry about it. I'm gonna keep doing me, and if you can't accept me doing me, I'll just move on to the next.
And I've known you for a long time, man. And one thing I do but I feel it can hurt you. You a caring, sensitive brother. You just be real. Just be real.
He always tell me that.
Yeah,
man.
you are.
Always.
And this is a dog ass business.
It is,
and
man.
Sometimes I feel like you just can't care that much for other people so much. You got to go for yours sometimes. You type person like, yeah, go ahead of me, and then I'll wait for my turn. Man, that's your turn.
Yeah, sometimes, but with me, it's no middle ground. It's either from here to here. So if I get to here, it's a whole nother world. It's a lot of anger, and I'm too old to be fighting in it. Right. I got glitter on, nigga. I brush this shit, nigga. I tell you that.
well, let me tell you, we talk. My boy.
We talk almost every other day. Yeah.
We talk, and like I said, being sensitive, and I'm gonna say, hey, I ain't saying nothing, whatever. You have a daughter that you don't really talk to.
Yeah, she don't talk to me no more.
Yeah. And how does that impact you as a man, a father, and a comedian?
It's kind of frustrating. First of all, I don't even know what I did for her not to talk to me anymore.
How old is she?
She's 21. No, she's 20. You're turned 23.
23, okay.
Yeah, she came to me when she was 20 and said, I don't never want to have a relationship with you again.
Damn.
And it messed me up because I've been wanting to tell her that for 21 years. I've been wanting to scream that in your mama's stomach. I know I'm going to get served for that. I'm going to get served for that.
Yeah.
Nah, it's kind of hurtful, man, because, that was my first one. I did have a stepdaughter when we first married that was 3 years old. Now she's like 26, 27. Right. But that's my first baby. And, I'm out here in these streets grinding 28 years for my kids, realistically. And for her to grow up as much as I cherished her and watched her grow, and it meant so much that I had my daughter.
Right.
And for her to just out of nowhere just say she don't want to talk to me anymore, it's kind of hurtful. But I know it'll come back around.
But here's my thing, and I really not brought it up because a lot of comics have children,
right?
And it could be that you maybe weren't in her life enough and traveling too much because we try to make that money to take care of stuff, and sometimes we miss birthdays and we miss stuff that's sensitive to kids, and they can hold on to that for years later. True. And
But come to me. I'm the kind of father, as she's gotten older, I explain things to her, how things happen. You can't have both. If you want time, you can't have the money. If you want money, I gotta get out there in the streets and work. Right. So at her age now, she can understand that, but she has to have an open mind. They're kind of entitled, and they don't want to hear anything. And unfortunately, sometimes they're influenced by the person that they're around the most.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that her mom said anything bad, but
right.
Hey.
Wow.
Nah,
it's Dr. Phil.
Right.
5 for Phil. No, but well, I hope you get that together. What is something we can look forward to in the future, man? Because you're funny as hell.
Man.
You're really funny as hell. You bring that
bro.
smoke every show you do.
Thank you, man.
And I know sometimes you get frustrated because you don't pack them in like you want to. You know what I'm saying? But you bring the show that should be packed in.
Right.
How do you get over that, and how do you move on with that thing?
Keep on hustling, baby. I get out there every time. When I touch that mic, I do not take that for granted. I give it everything. I don't care if it's 2 people in the audience or 2,000. You getting that smoke every time. That's
I love it. Give it up for Shaun.
Got my special coming out, man. It's called Now You Know. Hopefully it'll be airing on Hulu or Netflix in the next couple of months, man. You can hit me on social media at Comic Shaun Jones. It's with a U, not a W. It costs you extra for that extra loop. So it's SHAUN, Comic Shaun Jones. Check me out.
Give it up one more time.
5 for 5. 5 for 5. 5 for 5. 5 for 5. 5 for 5.
Turn me up a little bit. Turn me up a little.
Oh yeah, no. I told you he was good. He a wild boy. He a wild boy. Check out my man on the road all the time. You see, got Mr. Marcus laughing like shit, y'all. You know, support that comic, yo. Before I go, let me give you some stuff, man. We give out little parting gifts and shit.
I want to spin the wheel one more time.
Mr. Marcus is excited about the show. I'm mad at. This is the thing where it's from comedyhype.com/shop. You could this is like a card game. It's all about black comedy, urban comedy, movies, TV, stand-up comedy, and so you kind of play a guessing game. So when you're around the room, some people throw it out there playing Uno. You can do that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Love comedy.
Do you love comedy?
Without comedy, motherfuckers would be some miserable.
I know that's right.
Assholes. You know what I mean?
Speak on it. Let me see what's
Comedy kind of takes the stick out your ass, man.
All right. This is the last one I got. This is a large. Can you rock a large, brother?
Yeah, I'm
Is
rocking.
your
It'll be
large?
all tight around the gut.
But come on, man. There it is right here. That's official. You've been official,
Girls
brother.
like guts, right?
Yeah, that's official right there, man.
Yeah, no, it's just dope.
No, yeah, man. Everybody don't get those. You walk around, people gonna say, "Who you must been on the show?"
No, I appreciate
I don't
it.
sell those suckers.
I'm gonna get you a Mr. Marcus shirt.
No stains, please, but I'll take it. Hell yeah, motherfucking shit. All right, y'all, man. Thank you, man, Mr. Marcus, for showing up, brother. You're a dope-ass person, man. I appreciate having you, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, for real, though, man. Y'all spend some time with Mr. Marcus, man. You learned something, man. Again, thank y'all for always supporting Pierre's Panic Room. You know what we do. Every week we have a dope guest. This week was no different. There it is, the man of the hour, y'all. Thank y'all, and I'll holler at y'all later.
Yo, it's your boy, Mr. Marcus, and I survived Pierre's Panic Room. And I survived the gunshots outside the studio and everything. So, hey, peace out. Shout out to Pierre, bro.